Hi guys, welcome back to another video. It's Jag if you're new here. If not, welcome back. You're most welcome. Today we're going to continue on with our Math 10 content. And we're going to actually move on to factoring a difference of squares. And with that, let's get started. All right, so here we are. Example 1 says factor completely. A says 16n squared minus 9. So how do you actually know that this is a difference of squares is a common question I get from students. I always note down that there are two terms here, and there has to be a minus sign in between the terms, hence the term difference of squares. Okay, so now say A said 16n squared plus 9. I actually wouldn't be able to factor this using the difference of squares. Okay, so what you're going to do is take the square root of both of these terms, okay? So the square root of 16n squared is 4n. Okay, remember the square root of n squared is just n because the squared sign just cancels out. Square root of 9 is 3. So in one bracket, I'm going to write 4n plus 3. And in the second bracket, I'm writing 4n minus 3. Okay, and you notice when you follow this out, the middle term is negative 12n plus 12n, and it cancels out. And you come back and you're basically left with 16n squared minus 9. So of course you can mentally check your answers on a test or a quiz, and always do that, fill it out, and make sure you're getting the original expression that you have started off with. Okay, let's try one more. B says 4m squared minus 25. I'm going to take the square root of 4m squared, which is 2m. Okay, then you take the square root of 25, which is 5. So I'm going to do 2m plus 5 in one bracket, and 2m minus 5 in the second bracket. Do you see that? So of course, these are some simple difference of squares like expressions. Okay, so with that, let's move on to the next question. Okay, so let's move to C and D. C says actually k to the power of 4 minus 36. So some students might be like, oh, this is not a difference of squares because the k has a power of 4. However, let's rewrite this now as a squared expression. So I'm going to put k power of 2 bracket power of 2 minus 36. Do you see that? So now the actual value here is k squared. And I can see that it is a difference of squares. Okay, and also, maybe we'll write it at the bottom here. This is the expression for the difference of squares, the general expression, a squared minus b squared equals a plus b and a minus b. Do you see that? So like this. Because sometimes I think students do get confused, okay, when the questions become a little more complex. Okay, so if you look in this case here, let's write it. A is actually equal to k squared, and b, because you're taking the square root, b is the square root of 36, which is equal to 6. Okay, and that's why when you actually factor it, in one bracket is going to be like k squared plus 6. In the second bracket, k squared minus 6. Okay, and this is the final answer. Do you see that? So if you find it easier to just kind of write down the a and b values, I can just sub it into this general expression, right? And that way you don't get confused. For the difference of squares, you don't really need to show your work on a quiz or a test, just because the formula is very simple. So you can definitely just write your final answer. Okay, let's try D. It says n to the power 4 minus 49. So again, I want to do n squared power of 2 minus 49. Okay, because I can right away see that a is n squared, b is the square root of 49, which is 7. And now we're going to write the final expression, a plus b, so I'm going to do n squared plus 7. And in the second bracket, a minus b, so I'm going to do n squared minus 7. And this is the final answer. And again, I can definitely just FOIL out my answer. I see the middle term is negative 7n squared plus 7n squared, and that's going to cancel out. Okay, so right away I can see that I have the correct answer. All right, so with that, let's go to E, which looks just a little bit different. It says 343b squared minus 7b to the power of 4. Okay, so of course, when I first look at this, or students look at this, they're kind of like, oh, I don't know if it's a difference of squares. But of course, because there are still two terms with a negative sign in between, I really do believe it's a difference of squares. I'm going to take out a common factor, and I see I can actually divide both of the terms by 7, take the 7 outside. Remember again, this is b squared, b to the power of 4. You're going to take out the variable that has the smallest exponent. So I'm taking out b squared. So basically what we're doing here is we're doing a little bit of common factoring first, okay, before we do the difference of squares. So here I'm doing 343 divided by 7, 49. The b squared is already outside, minus b to the power of 4 minus b squared is also b to the power of 2. Okay, so just like this. Do you see that? Okay, and also remember, the difference of squares can also be in this reverse direction as well. Okay, so now I'm going to break it down again. Inside the bracket, let's put a is equal to square root of 49 is 7. And b is the square root of b squared, which is also equal to b. Okay? Because I just want to put it into my expression for the difference of squares, which is a plus b and a minus b. Okay, so I'm going to put equals. And remember that the 7b squared has to stay outside the brackets the whole time. Okay, and now I'm going to put my 7, so a plus b, so 7 plus b, a minus b, which is 7 minus b. Okay, so of course we're using like this general expression, okay? And in this case, I see that the expression has like b in it, but there's no need to get confused, okay? You can just leave your answer as it is using the letter b. All right, and let's try this last example. F says 10p cubed minus 1960p. Again, I want to do some common factoring. I see I can divide both of them by 10. This is p to the power of 3, p to the power of 1. And I'm going to take out p to the power of 1. I'm left with p cubed minus p, so p squared, minus, I took out 10 from here, so I'm left with 196. Okay, and the p is already on the outside. Does everyone see that? So again, I'm going to do a equals square root, let's write it like this, of p squared, which is p, and then b is the square root of 196, which is also a perfect square, 14. And now you can just write your answer, keep the 10p outside the whole time, a plus b, so I'm going to do p plus 14 in one bracket, a minus b, so I'm going to do p minus 14 in the second bracket. Okay, and then this is the actual final answer. Okay, and of course you can open up and fold this out. Make sure you multiply by 10p at the end, and you should also end up with this original expression. So I know that my answer is 100% correct. All right, and that brings this video to an end, but thank you for watching. Hopefully you understand how to use the difference of squares and factor using this method a little bit better. Remember again, of course, there might not be just really easy questions with difference of squares. You might have to do the common factoring first and then apply the difference of squares thereafter. So thank you for watching once more. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, and I'll see everyone in the next video. Bye.